So Superfish have sent us another awesome package. Let me go get it. Probably should have had it ready, to be honest. Here it is. I've only gone and got myself a pond. I mean, that is a fair sized box. 4-in-1 system, cascade, plant filter, pump, and LED light. Oh, I didn't know there was a light. Awesome. So it looks pretty simple. Let's get everything out. Okay, I don't know why I'm surprised, but it's a lot bigger than I thought. The box is obviously that size for a reason. Oh, this is a proper pond size. Well, not proper, but you know what I mean. Little sticker there, that's gonna annoy me. Okay, yeah, this is a good size. We can actually put some proper fish in here. For some reason, I thought it would be like loads of packaging around it. Obviously, it doesn't need it because it's made of plastic. But yeah, we can definitely put a good amount of fish. Instructions, don't need those. Well, I will need those, what we're talking about. Right, so we've got a real nice Pond Flow Eco 1000 pump. That's cool. Obviously, that sits in the bottom. Got a plug, little gasket thing for the top. I don't know, I should probably read what that's for because that's probably important. Don't lose that. Top bit comes off, and then this is the cascade system, I guess. So the water comes up into here, flows around in this area, and then all just trickles over the top. Very simple design. Yeah, I'm liking it. So that's the equipment sorted, but this isn't actually where I want the pond. Just was unboxing it here. I actually want it at my house, so let's take it there. So this is my house, and this is obviously the front entrance. It is so hot and sunny today, it's lovely. Now there is potential to have the pond this side, or even this side, which would look really nice. The problem is, I don't feel like I'm gonna get the most enjoyment out of it in the front, because you just sort of walk in, don't you? But it would look really nice there. Actually, two would look great, wouldn't they? But if we come around this way to the back garden area, this is the back garden area, and obviously where we all spend most of our time. There's a little area down the bottom that I want to show you in a little bit, but for now, where you are is where I want the pond. So yeah, we've got a good sized decking area. I'm thinking probably where the barbecue is might be the best little spot, right near the seating. We've got a table over here for like dinners and things. This could also be a good spot, or even here. I'll just start it somewhere, and then Kate will make an executive decision on where it should go. And what I'm hoping is that this goes really well, because there's an area down the bottom of the garden that I might want to put something more larger and permanent in, but obviously I want to start small, learn how to do it all and that sort of thing first. And you might notice as we go down here that some of the grass is a bit rough. That's because I let the boys use this whole area as a football pitch. Because why not, you know? And yeah, it's only grass, it'll grow back. A little bit rough, but who cares? So this area right down the bottom of the garden was like vegetables and growing all different things and that, but that's not really something that me and Kate have time for or like an interest in. So this whole sort of triangular section that you can see here could potentially be a massive sort of natural pond at some point. I think that would be really, really cool. So that's where we want the patio pond to be, of course. And if you sweep over here, some of you might be interested. If you go in here, this is my bar that I built. It's a cool place to hang out. The boys love it in here, I have friends in and everything like that. It's quite a nice little space, but it hasn't got any fish tanks. So I do at some point need to get on top of that. Anyway, when I say I built it, I don't mean I actually built it, but my Uncle Andrew, shout out, he's a builder, he done it all for me. Looks great, doesn't it? Anyway, enough of that. Let's get this pond built. I'm thinking for now, I'm just gonna slide the barbecue up and put it there. We can decide later on. Actually, scratch that. I think here might be a really nice spot, actually, because any power I need can just run in the slots for the decking. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, first thing I wanna do is just get everything sort of plumbed in, get the pump connected up, fill it with water, and just see how it works. Okay, so the pump just screws in here by the looks of it. I want that bit facing to the front so I can clear it. That's the inlet, effectively. And that can place back on. Okay, cool. Nice and simple. You can't see any of the wires, which is great. I'm gonna fill it up now. Okay, we're filled up. I'm gonna switch on the pump now. Hopefully it all works. Yay, it's filling. It's working. Should fill up that chamber, this section, and then it should all pour out, which looks like it's doing. It fills up quite fast. So that cap just stops water spraying everywhere, but there we go. Nice. Obviously you can have the water level, I guess, up wherever you want it, so there's less disturbance. But a little bit of surface agitation is actually good out in the sunlight, obviously. And it sounds really nice. Cool. Right, I can go and get some plants and stuff from the shop. So I'm back at Maidenhead Aquatics Taunton. Really, really good selection of pond plants here. There's so many to choose from. I don't really know where to start, but I want some sort of taller grassy pieces as well, just to give it that sort of height out of the tank. Obviously stuff like that is way too big. Some smaller grassy bits as well. All the pots, look, are in, they're in like pond soil already, so I can use that for sure. And then there's a massive selection of lilies as well, so I'll definitely want to get some of those. I think you can raise them up inside of the pond as well, so they're nearer the surface, like put them on a brick or something like that. These are really cool as well, obviously too big for the pond I've got, but you can buy them and they just float in the water, just like that. And they've got the soil. The soil doesn't like dirty the water. It's the same compost that I use, the aquatic compost, so it doesn't pollute the water. And there it all is. And then we've got some nice oxygenating plants as well. I'll definitely get a few of these to be able to just sit at the bottom of the pond. They'll add to the filtration along with the filtration that we've got as well. Okay, so here's everything I got from the shop. We've got all the plants here. I didn't go too crazy. That is quite a lot actually to fit, but we will make it fit. And then for inside of the pond at the bottom, I've gone for some mano-based red, because I just think that's going to show up the fish that I want to put in there a lot more. I've got some coarse gravel, and that's going to go in that top sort of section as well. So for me to continue, I need to turn off the pump and drain that section for sure. I'm going to leave the water in there though, there's no point wasting it, because I can put the substrate in, you know, with the water in there. It'll just stay on the bottom. It'll like clear quickly anyway. This stuff is all almost like really clean anyway, so it shouldn't be a problem. Ah, there we go. It's draining back down by itself as well, which is perfect. I was thinking I might have to sort of plug everything to get it all out. There'll be a little bit left, but that's fine. And whilst that's draining, I can put the mano base in the bottom. Just going to put it in there like this, cut it open, and I should be able to just pour it in the bottom without much disturbance. He says disturbing the whole water. It will be fine, it will clear. Most of that's sort of like coarser dust, so yeah, that'll come out. Right, cleared out. We can now start putting some of our pond plants in. I'm going to take them out of the pot and just put some of the soil in with some of the gravel in that bottom section. Not too close to where the outflow is though. Mostly soil at the bottom, a little bit of sand and gravel as well. Mix it sort of in together. Like sort of like a bog filter, I guess. I think that's the right term. So I'm going to start with the tallest plants first. Like that. And there's that one as well. Put this plug back over. And we've got some nice sort of grassy ones as well, either side. As you can tell, guys, I'm not a pond builder, so I'm just sort of winging this, as I do with most things. I feel like they need to be elevated a little bit though, so I'm going to put some gravel in. I mean, hopefully this works. I don't know if they can be submerged completely. Probably best to be safe than sorry. Bit of mano base as well in the foreground area. Some more sort of shooty ones. No idea if this is right or if they all go together, but can't hurt, can it? Some myophyllum. I know that this one's good. It's a pretty little plant. Just adding some sort of extra detail really, with the different sort of textures. And then for the final one, this is going to add a little pop of colour as well. Put it just to the side so that the water can run sort of around it. And then I can just cap all this now. Oh, good. Okay, we can now switch on. I can add some more plants if I want to, you know, after we get it going. I don't know if I'm going to switch this on now. It's going to create a massive mess or not. So let's just wait and see. It's all new to me. Okay, pump's on. I can hear it lift. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit murky, but once that sort of initial amount has come off, it should stop flowing through. And if I need to do a water change, not a problem, we can do that. Let's just leave it for a little bit and then see how it's doing later on. Oh yeah, I've also got floating plants that we can add in, a bit of mini water lettuce, which will grow huge out here, but that's going to really help with water quality and just looks pretty as well. We've got some red fruit floaters, might as well put them in. They might do well, they might not, but why not to find out. And then for oxygenating plants, I have some. I don't actually know what ones these are because it's not ones I use. You can use them in aquariums, but it's not ones I use regularly. So they've got weights on. I'm just going to plonk them in for now. And once it's clear, I can see exactly where I want them to be. I think that's called foxtail. And I've got 2 of those. Right, let's wait for it to clear. So it is an absolutely beautiful day. It's been 3 weeks now since I set up the whole pond. I've been to America, I've been to Portugal and some other places as well. Let's take a look at how it's got on. Well, everything is running, which is good. I can see that the water looks pretty clear. I can see the bottom of it. A little bit of algae on the sides and residue, but we've had some really good weather. This plant has come up. I'm guessing that's because it's just grown extra, so the weight no longer keeps it down. The rest of the plants are all doing pretty well. I'm pretty impressed, actually. These have grown loads. Look, that's all new growth on the top. We've got flowers coming out. Oh, the myophyllum, it's got red tips to it as well. It looks really good. Now, as you can see behind me, I live on the edge of the moors, so we get battered with wind up here. And I heard whilst I was away, we had some pretty strong winds, like nothing like what you guys in America experienced, don't get me wrong, but it's quite high. I mean, even today, there's a fair wind blowing, you can see. So this is constantly getting pushed, but the more sort of dense it grows in, the more stable it will become. You see the tips from the hot weather and being blown around have taken a bit of a battering, but there's new shoots all coming through. So I'm really pleased with that. Yeah, overall, I'm really, really happy with it. And speaking to my wife, she says she really likes it as well. Just the look of the whole thing, it does actually look like it belongs there, you know? It doesn't look out of place. Floating plants seem to be struggling, but some are multiplying, so I'll just leave them as they are at the moment. I mean, it's working well, obviously. Down the bottom, that foxtail, that's all growing in nicely as well. So yeah, that's all growing great. So let's go to the shop. I'm gonna go Made Ahead Aquatics and pick up some fish for this tank. I was gonna be doing rice fish, and I mentioned that in another video, and a lot of you said, you can't do that in the UK, you can't put them outside. So we won't be doing that. But that's okay, I've got another plan for those anyway.
Well, this is me.
so I'm at Made Ahead Aquatics Taunton, which is actually in Wellington. We've got Martin, who is manager here. So I wanted to ask Martin what would be best in terms of fish. Obviously, I was thinking about the rice fish for the pond, but you're not allowed them.
No,
not allowed them.
In all honesty, when it comes to cold water fish going outside, the only thing really is going to be goldfish and koi, and the size of the pond that we're dealing with, it's really going to be goldfish. So.
Which is cool because I've just had a look and got some really nice ones. So I'm just going to show you all the stuff that we've got because there's loads in here. We've got like the biggest koi. This is the biggest ones, Martin?
No, these guys in here have always been the biggest.
Oh yeah.
So there's a mixture of stuff that's come in.
So how much are these?
These guys are £115 each, or 2 for 220.
Is that like the normal? I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean for an uncertificated koi, that would be about going rate.
Yeah. And you guys treat them and everything as well, don't you? So you've got to add those costs in as well.
So
but
they get the same sort of treatment that all of our indoor fish get. So when they arrive, they get a full course of anti-parasite and antibacterial treatment. And then obviously we're maintaining dosages as and when we need to during the season as well.
Nice. But we can't get those.
No.
So as you go down, look, the koi reducing size and obviously reducing cost. So you don't need to start with those massive ones.
Definitely not. No,
For me, like the fun would be watching them grow.
Yeah. By all means. And like when you look at the guys in this vat, there are some really, really stunning fish in there. The one thing you do need to be careful with koi is you can find the coloration changes quite a lot as they start growing.
Yeah. So. Oh, and this is new since I was last. Well, it was built, but it wasn't up and running. Okay. I love those filters at the back. Right, well, I think the filter exits, I guess.
Yeah, so that's the waterfall blades which are acting as the returns. The filter itself is hiding in the box off to the right hand side.
Nice. And no stocking yet. Is it still sort of cycling and everything?
Yeah.
Cool. I love how you boxed them in. I like the stainless, but because you've got the wooden frame, the boxing just carries it on and it ties it all in really well. And the false sort of jungle in the background, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's looking so good.
It looks epic.
It does. Right, so over here is the goldfish selection. Now, I think these are the ones I'm going to want in the Martin.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Start them off nice and small, and you'll find that they'll get from this sort of size, they're about sort of 2 inches at the moment, they'll get from that sort of size up to about 4 inches in the first year, and then they'll just keep growing and growing and growing.
I think for the size pond, so it's 115 litres,
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, if we start off with 3 little ones in there, then...
And then I've got 3 kids as well, so if we get 3 different colours, because I noticed there was like the multi, and then
so
the...
there's normally 3 different strains.
Koi.
You get the good standard sort of classic goldfish, which is that really nice deep reddish orange coloration.
Yeah.
You get the shibunkins, which are the tricolours.
Oh,
and
that's
then
what they are.
there's normally some canaries, which it doesn't look like we've actually got any left at the moment.
There's some
bright
gold-
yellowy orange.
Yeah, they're like a lighter orange, but still different, and that's key for me, because the kids will want to give them names and stuff, you know.
That's risky.
I know, but you know they're going to straight away.
Yeah, definitely.
I've had the pond there now running for like 3 weeks.
Perfect.
Whilst I've been away, and they keep saying, "When are we getting the fish? When are we getting the fish?" So this will be awesome. Okay, yeah, wicked. Can I have 3 of those, please, of the mixed ones? Yeah, nice. Thanks, mate. And then over here, as you go up, look, you've got larger and larger sizes, and as before, obviously the costs increase as you go. These ones are sort of like 3 for 50 quid. I think that's like, if you've got a bigger pond, I think you want to start with these, surely. Or you can, you can smash the cash, come out here, and these are the big boys. I mean, they will still get, look at that one. I don't know if you can see because of the reflections, let me move, but there's some big ones in there. 3 for 90 quid, I'd say that's pretty good. It's a lot cheaper than the kois, and for people who don't know like me, what is the real difference? But yeah, I mean, when you're into it, aren't you? So you do know the differences. Some have got the really nice long fins as well, so I love these floating things. So Martin's picked out the fish for me. You can see there's 3 different types there. So what was there, Martin? There's the comet at the top.
We've got comet goldfish, which is the red with the long fins.
Yeah.
You've then got a shibunkin, which is the tricolour.
Yep.
And then you've got a nice Sarasa goldfish, so he hasn't got the long extension fin, so he's not a comet. Just nice basic fins.
Really good, nice and different. Kids are going to love them. So I'm back from the shop. I've got the fish floating in the bag floating with the fish in it, should I say, just to make sure that the temperature's sort of matching. I've taken out the floating plants, as you can see, just to start so we can see the fish, using my wife's sieve, which hopefully she won't know about that because she never watches my videos. So yeah, I got like a million nets in the studio, but just didn't bring anything back. Anyway, we can put the fish in now. Right, let's cut this bad boy open and let them into their new home. Whoops, drop the bag. Come on, guys, you're going to love it. Oh, there's loads of space in here. I forgot how big the pond was because I was getting worried we wouldn't have enough space. Plenty of room for them. Oh, the kids are going to love them. Going to love looking in there and finding them. Do you know what? I might keep most of the floating plants out. Straight away, they've gone underneath the foxglove there, look, one of them, and they're going into the plants, so they can come in and out whenever they want. Yeah, they're just chilling out, hiding at the moment in the plants, which is fine. You know, plenty of time for them to get used to their new home. But another really cool thing about this tank, it's actually got a light in it as well, which is underneath the waterfall. Obviously, I'll overlay the footage right now, but yeah, it could look really cool at night time when you're just looking out and you come out and have a little peek. And now there's something to actually look at. The kids will love that as well. So a nice little feature, just turns it into something a little bit more special, something you can enjoy in the evening as well. Because obviously if you didn't have that light there, it would just be darkness. That's how light works. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I know probably a lot of you are looking forward to seeing children's reactions and stuff, but you know, they're a bit older now, and for their safety, I don't like putting them on camera anymore. But yeah, they've all had a look, and they all absolutely love the fish. So we can just go on, enjoy it more as they grow, and they will name them, but they shall remain nameless currently. And if any of you want to get hold of one of these ponds, very easy to get hold of. Just search for Superfish Patio Pond, and there's loads of shops and loads of options, so really readily available. And as you can see, works really well, so easy. Yeah, loving my first experience. I'll catch you guys on the next one.